it's on my mind. There are two other parts of the prison. One is one is called the Garden, and the other one's called the Magic Ball. There are two pieces that follow it, and I think I'll probably wait until those are finished and put it all as a set. But that'll take some time.
I have a request of everybody here actually right now. We have, obviously, you know, the show went to many countries around the world. The second biggest market we ever had was Japan. I see that we have some friends from Japan. Give them a stand up. Let's give them a round of applause.
Right over here. Well, it was profound. I mean,
he wouldn't be half the dancer he is today.
It wasn't for John Lennon. It was profound. It introduced whimsy into my life. Did you buy the car? Whoa! Well, bless your heart. It doesn't really run, you know. Even when it was hard to get into. What's that? Yeah? Here. We don't have any film of it. Well, those are news footage. That's news footage, and typically that will have a small portion of it. Some of it will probably float around, and I'll just bet some of you guys end up with some of that. But I don't think that there's nothing formal set to put that out. Sure. Get the right clear for the old Well, it's possible. It's possible.
Rose City Chimes?
Well, let's sort of stay with monkey business here. I mean, you can't imagine how gratifying it is to have you as interested in my solo work, but it's such a thrill for me to be up here with these guys. Let's focus. The latter. Yeah, the bronzing of the wool hat was a joke, not a terribly funny joke. And as usual, the press took it seriously, so hey. More? In the back. You. That's right. Stand up. There you go. Both stood up. Open in the red. Okay. Dear, I can't hear you. Would you ask me one more time? Wow.
So you roll through your story, roll through around one way or another. Yeah, and what we decided to do. Right, you know, what we should have.
Well, I think the best demonstration of that is the fact that the four of us sit up here. You should understand that.
Except Davey, who is standing.
My legs are killing me.
The lady in front.
I've come to see my friends, and I know that Vicki, you were doing a solo record. We thought it would be a great idea if you all did solo records and sold them in a bound album.
That's a good idea, yeah. In a way, towards the end of the Monkey recording career, we were kind of doing that very thing. The last few albums were kind of compilations of our own personal tastes, and we all produced our own tracks. So we did that a bit. We did a bit earlier. That's a good idea.
Gent to Strike the Church.
What Monkey retro records are you most proud of?
I mean, each one individually?
Reading from,
Who are you asking?
I'll say headquarters and head for me.
Yeah.
Headquarters and head.
I'd say that, headquarters, certainly headquarters. Sometime in the morning, as we go along, a lot of stuff from head, I must admit.
You? What's your favorite monkey song? And who's your favorite monkey?
Well,
You're mine too, Davy. Except for myself, of course.
self-respect is better than self-neglect. So,
Well spoken.
obviously,
I love it, Peg.
me. Actually, I can't wait till tomorrow because I get better looking every day.
I use that line a lot myself.
As far as the record, my favorite song. I haven't recorded my favorite Monkey record yet.
My favorite Monkeys record is Daydream Believer.
Who's your favorite monkey?
Peter.
There's two of them. As opposed to the
interesting thing about
Why don't I get questions like that?
the interesting thing to me is that it's a G-rated movie, and it is easily one of those bizarre, unusual pieces of film I've ever seen. I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was sort of all over the place. It may have been better, but then you always think you could go back and do things better. Head was an experiment. A lot of people have said to me in interviews over the years, well, I guess you guys decided that you would call it quits and do this last movie as your swan song. But what they didn't really understand is we thought this was the beginning of our film career and that this was really going to be a tremendous hit movie. Boy, did we get that one wrong. I liked it. I don't like it much, but I liked it.
I think a lot to do with that idea that Mike was talking about was all to do with the studio and the publishing department and the television department. I think they were a bit tired of us guys and our demands and things like that, and so they thought we better leave this alone for 25 years or something. So I think that was the answer to that.
How about down front here in black? I'm sorry? I put the 12-string in Red Rose amplifier repair shop, and he was repairing it, and someone broke in and stole it. So it is somewhere in the underground.
And I sold it for about
So yes, it was. What happened to the Monkey Mobile?
I stole that too.
Doesn't run very good.
How about this lady here with the red bracelet? How do my children accept my involvement with the group since I haven't been involved up till now? Well, you see, it's a misconception. My absence has been more due to the realities of my business life and not my heart space. So the kids know that I would have liked to have done this. And Peter called a couple of years ago, or 87, said, look, we're going to go out on the road. Don't know whether you're interested in it or not, but didn't want you to not get asked. I said, well, you know, it sounds interesting. Let me know how long you're going to be out. He said, well, I think we're going to be out about 12 days or so. Called me a week later and said, no, actually it's 7 months. I don't think anybody knew, you know, the three guys especially, and I didn't, how successful and what support you were going to give. So I can't do that anymore. I mean, it's a, you know, it's a little bit. I've built this company, Pacific Arts, and there's a lot of employees there, and I have to be there and wear a suit and do that. So I'm doing that. But my kids have always known that my heart and my loves remain here in this whole thing with these guys. And to the degree that I can do it, I'll do it.
Mike, I have an idea. Why don't the three of the rest of us go into the Pacific Arts office and we'll do the show right there? A little later this afternoon in the mailroom.
Sing it in the mail.
Pick one, Mick. You've got to pick a question here.
A question?